Hi students, in previous video we studied about the variation of values of trigonometric ratios in different quadrants. In this video, let us study about the trigonometric ratios of aligned angles. After watching this video, if the concept is clear to you, don't forget to give a like, share and subscribe Sharda Max Learn Concepts of Mathematics for more videos on more concepts. In this video, first let us study about the aligned angles. Then let us go into the main concept, that is trigonometric ratios of aligned angles. Now let us start the video. Trigonometric ratios of aligned angles. To study this concept, let us draw two figures. One with a unit circle on the coordinate axis, the other without unit circle on a coordinate axis. So let us draw first the unit circle on a coordinate axis. So this is x, negative side of x, y, origin, negative side of y. Draw a unit circle on this coordinate axis. Let the terminal ray is making an angle theta with the center as O. Now let us draw a coordinate axis without unit circle. Okay. This is y, 0 and negative side of y. First, here the angle will be 0 degrees. Here the angle is 90 degrees when the terminal ray is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. Is it not? So this will be 180 degrees. This will be 270 degrees. First, let us study how the angles will be in these quadrants. That is in first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. In these quadrants, let us study how the angles will be. Okay. Here, when the terminal ray is rotating from 0 degrees to 90 degrees, then the angles in this quadrant will be either less than 0, will be more than 0 or less than 90 minus theta. Is it not? When the terminal ray is rotating here from 0 degrees to 90 degrees means it is clear that the angle is increasing by theta. Is it not? 0 plus theta. So 0 plus theta will be theta. Or the angles in this quadrant will be less than 90. Less than 90 means 90 minus theta. So 90 minus theta. When the terminal ray reaches to the second quadrant, the value of theta increases by 90. Is it not? 90 plus theta. The angles in this quadrant will be either will be greater than 90 or less than 180. Is it not? So 90 plus theta less than 180 means 180 minus theta. If it reaches to third quadrant, here the angles will be more than 180, less than 270. Is it not? So here the angles will be 180 plus theta, 270 minus theta. If the terminal ray reaches here, so the angles will be either more than 270 or less than 360 degrees, or they can you can also observe that the angles will be less than 0 degrees. So here the angles will be of the form 270 plus theta or one complete circle. Is it not? If we complete one circle, it becomes 360 degrees. So 360 degrees means the angles will be 360 minus theta, less than theta. The less than 360, the values will be in this quadrant. Is it not? When it completes one circle and moves so on, then in this quadrant the angle will be greater than 360. So here the angle will be 360 plus theta. Also, if you observe, the angles in the fourth quadrant will be less than 0. Less than 0 means here the angles will be 0 minus theta. 0 minus theta is nothing but theta. Is it not? So you will get minus theta. So 0 minus theta means it is minus theta. So in this quadrant, the angles will be also of the form minus theta, will be less than theta. That is 0 minus theta, which is minus theta. So if you still rotate, you will get some more angles in these quadrants. I am just dropping here itself. Okay. So if you observe these angles, if you take any of these angles and add, that is add or subtract, you will get a value which is a multiple of 90. For example, if you take 180 minus theta, okay, plus 360 minus plus theta, 180 minus theta plus 360 plus theta, theta cancels, so the value is nothing but it is 0 and it is 14, 1 and it is 540. 540 is nothing but 6 into 90, is it not? So here we got 540 which is a multiple of 90. Suppose let us take these two angles, 90 plus theta plus 90 minus theta. Theta cancels. This is equal to 180. 180 can be written as 2 into 90. This is also a multiple of 90. So when you add these angles, any of these angles, such that the value theta cancels, then you will get a value which will get an angle which is a multiple of 90. Is it not? Here I added these two angles such that the value of theta cancels. So I got 180 degrees. So which is a multiple of 90. Similarly, I have done here also. So when you add any of these two angles, if you can observe that it will get a value which is a multiple of 90. Now let us study with subtraction. These angles, how these angles will be by doing subtraction. Let us take these two angles, 180 plus theta minus 270 minus theta. These two are positive, is it not? Plus theta plus theta. If we subtract, we will get theta will be cancelled. So this cancels. We'll get minus 90. This can be written as minus 1 into 90. So we got when we subtracted these two, we got a value which is a multiple of 90. Is it not? Similarly, if you take, let us take this value, that is 90 plus theta minus theta. 90 plus theta minus theta. Theta cancels, we will get 90. So if you take any of these angles, if you do either subtraction or addition, that is either you do a sum or difference, you can observe that you are getting a angle which is a multiple of 90. Such angles are said to be aligned angles. Okay, these are aligned angles because the sum or difference is a multiple of 90. Sometimes you may get 0 also. So the result can be either 0 or a multiple of 90. Such type of angles are said to be allied angles. Okay. Now let us study at these allied angles how the trigonometric ratios will be. Okay. First let us study about the trigonometric ratios of allied angles theta and minus theta. Let us study first these two. Okay. So if the terminal ray is making an angle theta, means it is just now we learnt it will be in the first quadrant. So the terminal ray will be making an angle in the first quadrant. So this angle becomes theta. If this is the angle theta, now let us draw a perpendicular from here to here. Okay. To study about the trigonometric ratios. Here the point, let this point be P. The distance from here to here will be x. Here to here will be y. We have drawn a unit circle of radius 1, is it not? So this is 1. This is the 1. Among these three sides, it is clear that this this length of this side will be more. So this is the hypotenuse. Okay. And the angle, the side which is opposite to theta is this one. Let this be m, is Pm, and the angle which is adjacent to theta is OM. It is clear. Now using this triangle, let us study about the trigonometric ratios. So trigonometric ratio, that is first one, the sine theta will be opposite side by hypotenuse, is it not? In this triangle, the opposite side is y, the length of opposite side is y by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 1. Next, cos. First, I'm just studying the angles at theta first. Okay, then let us go into minus theta. Cos theta is nothing but adjacent side. Adjacent side is nothing but x by hypotenuse is 1. So x by 1. This is equal to y. This is equal to x. We got sine theta and cos theta. Then we can easily calculate remaining trigonometric ratios, is it not? So tan theta, we know that tan theta is nothing but sine theta by cos theta. What is the sine theta here? It is y and here it is x. So tan theta is y by x. Next, cot theta. Cot theta is nothing but cos by sine or reciprocal of tan theta. We can either term it as it is a reciprocal of tan theta or cos theta by sine theta. Here we got tan theta as y by x. So cot theta will be x by y. Next, cosecant theta. Cosecant theta is equal to 1 by sine. 1 by sine means here sine value is y. Is it not? So 1 by y. Reciprocal of sine. Next, secant theta. Secant theta is equal to 1 by cos. What the value we got? Cos theta is equal to x. So secant theta will be 1 by x. So it is clear that if we want to calculate the trigonometric ratios at angle theta, we will get a value. Okay. Now let us study trigonometric ratios at angle minus theta. At theta, we got sine is equal to y, cos is equal to, sine theta is equal to y, cos theta is equal to x. Next, if you want to study trigonometric ratios at minus theta means the terminal ray will be making an angle here, is it not? In the fourth quadrant, this angle becomes minus theta. Now draw a perpendicular from here to here. Let this be Q. Then from here to here, the length of this side will be, here y is negative. So this will be minus y. So at minus theta, let us start calculating the sine theta values. So sine of minus theta. Sine of minus theta is nothing but opposite side to theta, minus theta. The length of the opposite side to minus theta. Here it is minus theta, is it not? So the side which is opposite to minus theta is QM and its length is minus y. So minus y by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is this, is it not? It is 1. The hypotenuse is same because we have drawn a unit circle of radius 1. So this is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 1. So this is equal to minus y. So minus y is nothing but sine theta value, is it not? At theta we have calculated that sine theta is equal to y. So y is nothing but sine theta. So minus sine theta. Next, let us calculate at cos theta. Cos of minus theta is, minus theta means cos of minus theta is nothing but the adjacent side. Adjacent side is x. So x by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 1. So this is equal to x. X is nothing but, at theta it is cos theta. So it is clear that if you want to calculate sine of minus theta, then it will be minus sine theta. Cos of minus theta will be cos theta. In the fourth quadrant, is it not? The theta, if it is minus theta means the angle will be, the terminal ray will be in the fourth quadrant. So there the sine of minus theta will be minus sine theta, cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. When you get these two, then we can easily calculate remaining trigonometric ratios, is it not? Tan of minus theta is nothing but sine of minus theta by cos of minus theta. We got sine of minus theta as minus sine theta, cos of minus theta as cos theta. So minus sine theta by cos theta is nothing but minus tan theta. So this is minus tan theta. Next, cot of minus theta. Cot of minus theta is nothing but reciprocal of tan. Reciprocal of tan is nothing but we got here minus tan theta. So reciprocal of this will be minus 1 by tan theta. Minus 1 by tan theta means again it is a cot theta. So minus cot theta. If not, you can also check here. Cot of minus theta is nothing but cos of minus theta by sine of minus theta, which is nothing but cos theta by minus sine theta. So you will get again cot theta only, minus cot theta. Next, cosecant of minus theta. Cosecant of minus theta is 1 by sine minus theta. 1 by sine minus theta is nothing but minus 1 by minus sine theta. So again we are getting minus cosecant theta. Secant of minus theta. Secant of minus theta means it is 1 by cos of minus theta. 1 by cos of minus theta we got as 1 by cos theta. So it is again secant theta only. So if the angle is minus theta, then sine of minus theta is minus sine theta, tan of minus theta is minus tan theta, cot of minus theta is minus cot theta, cosecant of minus theta is minus cosecant theta. Only cos of minus theta will be cos theta, that is the value will be again a positive only, and secant of minus theta will be secant theta. Cos of minus theta and secant of minus theta will be positive, remaining all will be negative. Okay, and the trigonometric ratios remains the same. Okay, just remember this logic, it will be useful while solving the problems. Now let us study about the trigonometric ratios at angle 90 plus theta and 90 minus theta. At 90 minus theta. At 90 minus theta means the angle 90 minus theta means it will be in the first quadrant and the terminal ray will be making angle here. Is it not? So this is 90 minus theta. Now draw a perpendicular from here to here. Let this be P and M. This is of radius 1. We have drawn a unit circle of radius 1. So this is 1. So this distance will be Y and this distance will be X. When this angle is 90 minus theta, this angle will be theta, is it not? Then only whole angle will be 90 degrees. 90 minus theta plus theta. Theta cancels, you will get 90. So then this whole angle will be 90. So this is theta. If this is theta, then this angle is also theta. This is 90 degrees. We got three angles. Angles at three angles of this triangle, is it not? If not, you can get this angle by using the properties of triangle. That is, sum of the angles of this triangle should be 180 degrees, is it not? Using that also you can calculate the angle at P. For example, that is 90 minus theta plus angle P plus here the angle is 90 degrees, is it not? So 90 is equal to 180 degrees. So this is nothing but angle P is equal to 180. This minus theta becomes plus theta and 90 plus 90 is nothing but 180. When it comes to RHS, it becomes minus 180. So this cancels, you will get theta. In this way also you can get this angle. I just use the logic that if this is 90 minus theta, this will be theta. If this is angle theta and this will be angle theta. Either you can get the angle of P in this way, or also if not, you can use the properties of triangle and get the value at P. So now we got 3 angles. Now let us start calculating the trigonometric ratios for this triangle. Now, if we want the trigonometric ratio at 90 minus theta, 90 minus theta means sine of, if you want sine of 90 minus theta, sine of 90 minus theta is nothing but the opposite side by hypotenuse. So the side which is opposite to angle 90 minus theta is y. Is it not? So this is equal to y by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 1. So we got y. Cos of 90 minus theta. Cos of 90 minus theta is nothing but adjacent side. Adjacent side is x. The side which is adjacent to angle 90 minus theta is OM, which is x. X by 1. This is hypotenuse, is it not? So x by 1 is equal to x. So we got sine of 90 minus theta as y, cos of 90 minus theta is equal to x. If you observe at angle theta, this angle theta, if you calculate this at this angle theta, sine theta will be opposite side to theta is nothing but OM, which is x. So sine theta is equal to x by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 1. So this is 1. This is equal to x. Cos theta. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side to this angle theta. Adjacent side to this angle theta is y. So y by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 1. So this is equal to y. We got sin theta is equal to x, cos theta is equal to y. So this sin 90 minus theta we got as y. Y is nothing but cos theta at angle theta, is it not? So this is equal to cos theta. Sin of 90 minus theta is nothing but cos of 90 minus theta we got as x. X is nothing but sin theta. So this is equal to sin theta. So we got sin of 90 minus theta as cos theta, cos of 90 minus theta as sin theta. When we get sin 90 minus theta and cos 90 minus theta, we can easily write remaining trigonometric ratios. Is it not? Now let us do that. Tan 90 minus theta. Tan 90 minus theta is nothing but sin 90 minus theta by cos of 90 minus theta. We got sin of 90 minus theta as cos theta, cos of 90 minus theta as sin theta. So cos theta by sin theta is nothing but cot theta. So this is cot theta. Next, cot of 90 minus theta. Cot of 90 minus theta is nothing but reciprocal of tan theta. So tan of 90 minus theta we got as cot theta. Reciprocal of cot theta, 1 by cot theta is nothing but tan theta, is it not? If not, you can also calculate cot of 90 minus theta from here. That is, cot of 90 minus theta is nothing but cos of 90 minus theta by sin of 90 minus theta. Cos of 90 minus theta by sin of 90 minus theta is the cot theta. Is it not? So cos of 90 minus theta we got it as sin theta, and sin 90 minus theta we got as cos theta. So this is equal to sin theta by cos theta. This is nothing but tan theta. So cot of 90 minus theta is nothing but tan theta. This is equal to tan theta, is it not? Cos of 90 minus theta by sin of 90 minus theta is sin theta by cos theta, which is nothing but tan theta. Next, cosecant of 90 minus theta. Cosecant of 90 minus theta is nothing but 1 by sin theta. 1 by sin of 90 minus theta. 1 by sin of 90 minus theta means it is 1 by cos theta. 1 by cos theta is nothing but secant theta. So cosecant of 90 minus theta is nothing but secant theta. Next, secant of 90 minus theta. is equal to 1 by cos of 90 minus theta. 1 by cos of 90 minus theta we got as 1 by sin theta. So 1 by sin theta. 1 by sin theta is nothing but cosecant theta. So cosecant theta. So at 90 minus theta, if we observe, there is a change in the trigonometric ratios. All remain positive. Okay. So here sin changes to cos, cos changes to sin, tan changes to cot, cot changes to tan, cosecant changes to secant, secant changes to cosecant. All these trigonometric ratios are positive because 90 minus theta will be in the first quadrant. In first quadrant means all the trigonometric ratios will be positive, which we learned in previous video. So when you calculate 90 minus theta, you will get all positive values, but there will be a change in trigonometric ratios. Okay, just remember this logic. Now let us study about the 90 plus theta. Trigonometric ratios at 90 plus theta. 90 plus theta means the terminal ray will be making an angle here. At 90 plus theta we are studying now. So this angle E will be 90 plus theta. Draw a perpendicular from here to here. Let this be Q and this be N. This will be 1. Is it not? We have drawn a unit circle of radius 1. So this is 1. This distance will be minus x and this distance will be y. Is it not? From here to here. So x is negative. So this will be minus x and this will be y. We got one angle, that is 90 plus theta. This is 90 degrees. It is clear. We need this angle. If this is 90 plus theta, this angle will be minus theta. Is it not? 90 plus theta minus theta. Theta cancels. You will get 90. So this angle will be minus theta. So if this is minus theta, this angle will be minus theta. Then only this whole angle will be 90 degrees. Then this complete angle will be 180 degrees. This complete angle will be 180 degrees. It is clear. So if this is 90 plus theta, if this is then this will be minus theta. If this is minus theta, this angle will be minus theta. Okay. So we got three angles of the triangle. If not, you can also use properties of triangle as we done before to calculate the angle at Q. That is 90 plus theta plus angle Q plus 90 equal to 180. So angle Q is equal to 180. This plus theta going to right hand side becomes minus theta. 90 plus 90 is nothing but 180. When it comes to RHS, this becomes minus 180. So this cancels, we will get minus theta. In this way also you can do it. I have just done with this. Okay. So that is your wish, which method you want to follow. I feel this is better, so I have used this one. Okay. This is minus theta and this will be, if this is minus theta, this angle will be minus theta. We got the three angles. Now we can easily calculate the trigonometric ratios. Now let us draw the rough diagram of this triangle so that it will be more clear to you. So the triangle is, here it is Q, N, O. The angle here it is, angle at O is 90 plus theta. The angle at N is 90 degrees. The angle at Q is, this is minus theta. Is it not? So this is minus theta. The distance from the length of QN is, here it is minus x. So it is minus x here. The length of ON is y. So this is y. The length of OQ is 1. This is hypotenuse. So this is the triangle which we have drawn on the unit circle. Now using this triangle, let us write down the trigonometric ratios. First let us write about this sin 90 plus theta. Sin 90 plus theta. Sin 90 plus theta is equal to the side which is opposite to 90 plus theta is this Qn, is it not? The side which is opposite to the angle 90 plus theta is Qn, whose length is minus x. So this is minus x by hypotenuse is 1. So this is 1. This is equal to minus x. Next, cos of 90 plus theta. Cos of 90 plus theta is nothing but adjacent side. Adjacent side of 90 plus theta. Adjacent side to this angle is y. So y by 1. So this is equal to y. So we got sin 90 plus theta as minus x, cos 90 plus theta as y. Now let us calculate at angle minus theta. At using this triangle, we are calculating angle at minus theta. So angle at minus theta, at angle minus theta, sin of minus theta is equal to sin of minus theta. The side which is opposite to minus theta is y. Is it not? So y by 1. So y by 1 is equal to y. That is opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side to minus theta is y by hypotenuse is 1. So this is equal to y. Next, cos of minus theta. Cos of minus theta is adjacent side to minus theta. Adjacent side to minus theta is minus x by 1. So this is minus x by 1. This is equal to minus x. So at minus theta, we got sin of minus theta is equal to y, cos of minus theta is equal to minus x. That is, at sin of minus theta is equal to y, cos of minus theta is equal to minus x. These two values we got. So sin of 90 plus theta is, we got it as minus x. Using the same triangle, we got cos of minus theta is equal to minus x. Is it not? So sin 90 plus theta is equal to cos of minus theta. So this is equal to cos of minus theta. Cos 90 plus theta, we got it as y. Y is nothing but, using this triangle, y is nothing but sin of minus theta. So this is equal to sin of minus theta. Cos of minus theta, we know that cos of, just now we calculated, is it not? Cos of minus theta is nothing but cos theta only. So this is equal to cos theta. Sin of minus theta is equal to, we have already calculated the angle theta, that sin of minus theta is minus sin theta. So this will be minus sin theta. So at sin of 90 plus theta, we got cos theta. Cos of 90 plus theta, we got minus sin theta. So we got sin of 90 plus theta, cos of 90 plus theta. So when we got these two values, we can easily write remaining trigonometric ratios, is it not? Let us write them now. So tan of 90 plus theta is equal to sin 90 plus theta by cos 90 plus theta, which is nothing but cos theta by minus sin theta. So this is equal to minus cot theta. Cos by sin is cot theta, is it not? So minus cot theta. Cot of 90 plus theta. Cot of 90 plus theta is nothing but reciprocal of tan theta. So it is cot theta. Reciprocal of cot theta is tan theta. You can either get the value of cot 90 plus theta by using this tan of 90 plus theta. If not, you can use this sin of 90 plus theta by sin 90 plus theta and cos 90 plus theta value. That is, cot 90 plus theta value is nothing but cos of 90 plus theta by sin of 90 plus theta. Is it not? So we got cos of 90 plus theta is minus sin theta. So minus sin theta by cos theta, which is the value of sin 90 plus theta. So minus sin theta by cos theta is nothing but minus tan theta. So we got cot of 90 plus theta. Now cosecant of 90 plus theta. Cosecant of 90 plus theta is nothing but the reciprocal of sin theta. So 1 by sin 90 plus theta, is it not? So we got sin 90 plus theta as cos theta. So 1 by cos theta is nothing but secant theta. So this is secant theta. Next, secant of 90 plus theta is equal to, it is the reciprocal of cos theta. So cos of 90 plus theta is nothing but minus sin theta. So 1 by minus sin theta is nothing but minus cosecant theta. So we got tan of 90 plus theta, cot of 90 plus theta and cosecant of 90 plus theta, secant of 90 plus theta by using these two values. Now if you observe at angle 90 plus theta, sine and cosecant are positive, remaining all are negative. As we studied in previous video, 90 plus theta is in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, all the angles will be negative except sine and cosecant. Is it not? So here we got sine as positive and cosecant as positive and remaining all trigonometric ratios are negative. So as 90 plus theta is in the second quadrant, it is clear that sine and cosecant should be negative. So we got the same. Okay. So remember that in 90 plus theta, at angle 90 plus theta in the second quadrant, the trigonometric ratios, there will be change in trigonometric ratios. Okay, only the sine and cosecant will be positive, remaining all trigonometric ratios are negative. So at 90 minus theta and 90 plus theta, there will be change in the trigonometric ratios, and depending on the angle in which quadrant it is, there is a change in the signs of those trigonometric ratios. If 90 minus theta means it is in the first quadrant, so all the trigonometric ratios are positive and there will be change in trigonometric ratios. 90 plus theta, at 90 plus theta is in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, sine and cosecant will be positive, remaining all the trigonometric ratios will be negative, and also there will be change in the trigonometric ratios. That is, sine changes to cos, cos changes to sine, tan changes to cot, cot changes to tan, cosecant changes to secant, secant changes to cosecant. That is, secant of 90 plus theta will change to cosecant of 90 plus theta. Depending on the quadrant, we have to keep the, in which quadrant the angle it is, you have to keep the plus or minus sign. This 90 minus theta, 90 plus theta, in radians we can write it as pi by 2 minus theta, pi by 2 plus theta. Okay. Now, as we done for 90 minus theta and 90 plus theta, similarly if you take any angle which is an odd multiple of 90 plus or minus theta, that is odd number into 90 minus theta, odd number into 90 plus theta. At these angles, there will be a change in trigonometric ratios, and depending on the angle in which quadrant it is, you will keep a plus or minus sign. Okay, that is, for example, if you take 270 minus theta, 270 minus theta is nothing but this can be written as 3 into 90 minus theta. Is it not? So 3 into 90 minus theta. At this angle, it is clear that 270 minus theta means it will be in the third quadrant. So if you take any trigonometric ratio, just if you take tan of 270 minus theta, if you have to calculate tan of 270 minus theta, simply change the trigonometric ratio. That is, tan changes to cot theta, and this 270, understood how I have written this? Tan 270 minus theta can be written as tan of 3 into 90 minus theta. Here 3 is odd, is it not? So when you see an odd multiple into 90, the angle can be expressed as an odd number into 90. Simply first change the trigonometric ratio. Here it is tan, so it will change to cot theta. And here it is 270. 270 means first observe in which quadrant it will be. 270 will be between 180 and 270 minus theta means it will be here in this quadrant, that is third quadrant. In third quadrant, tan and cot will be positive. So tan of 270 minus theta will be positive only, cot theta. Okay. Now let us take another example. Suppose we have to calculate sine of 5 pi by 2 plus theta. So here if you observe, 5 is a odd number. So odd number into 90. So it is clear that sine changes to cos. So simply first change the cos theta. Here theta is it not? So write down here theta, cos theta, change the trigonometric ratio first. Next, observe in which quadrant this 5 pi by 2 will be. 5 pi by 2 is nothing but this angle will be between 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. Is it not? This is less than 2 pi and greater than 3 pi by 2. So it will be in fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, cos is positive, secant is positive. Remaining all trigonometric ratios are negative. So sine is negative. So simple, keep minus sign. So in this way you have to solve this type of problems. Okay. So if you see if you calculate similar manner as we done for 90 minus theta and 90 plus theta for angles with odd and odd into 90 minus theta or 90 plus theta, you will observe the change in trigonometric ratios, and depending upon the angle in which quadrant it is, you will keep plus or minus sign. Okay, remember this logic, it will be useful in solving your problems. Now let us write at 270 degrees the trigonometric ratios using this logic without studying on using this unit circle. Okay, using this logic, let us write at 270 degrees and 270 minus theta, 270 plus theta and 270 at 270 plus theta and 270 minus theta. Let us write the trigonometric ratios. So 270 can be written as odd multiple, is it not? 3 into 90. Here 3 is odd, so this is odd number. So at 270 minus theta, let us write the trigonometric ratios using the logic. So sine of 270 minus theta, write down first all the trigonometric ratios. Cos of 270 minus theta, tan of 270 minus theta, cot of 270 minus theta is equal to, just keep a equal to sign, cosecant 270 minus theta next secant 270 minus theta. So it is a 270 can be written as odd multiple into 90, is it not? So simply change the trigonometric ratios first. So sine changes to cos theta, cos theta changes to sin theta, tan theta changes to cot theta changes to tan theta, cosecant theta changes to secant theta changes to cosecant theta. Now 270 minus theta. 270 minus theta means it will be in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, tan and cot are positive, remaining all are negative. So just keep the minus sign. Excepted tan and cot. Okay, we got the values at 270 minus theta. In this way, using that logic, you can easily write the trigonometric ratios at any angle which is an odd multiple into 90 minus theta. Okay. Now let us write at 270 plus theta. At 270 plus theta, first let us write the trigonometric ratios. Sine of 270 plus theta, cos of 270 plus theta, tan of 270 plus theta, cot of 270 plus theta, cosecant of 270 plus theta, secant of 270 plus theta. Now let us keep the equal to sign. So 270 can be expressed as an odd multiple into 90. So the there will be a change in the trigonometric ratios. Sine changes to cos. Here the angle is theta. 270 plus theta, is it not? So it is. So sine changes to cos. Write down here cos theta. Cos changes to sine. So it is sine theta. tan changes to cot, cot theta, cot changes to tan, tan theta, cosecant changes to secant theta, secant changes to cosecant theta. 270 plus theta means it will be in the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, except cos and the secant, remaining all will be negative. So keep a minus sign, minus, 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 except cos and secant. So cos of 270 plus theta, it will be positive. Secant of 270 plus theta, it will be positive. In this way, you have to write, you can write for any, using this logic, you can write for any angle which is an odd multiple into 90 plus theta. Okay. Now let us study how the trigonometric ratios will be at 180 plus theta and 180 minus theta. Now let us study about the trigonometric ratios at angle 180 minus theta. Suppose the terminal ray is making an angle 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta means it will be in the second quadrant, because here it is 90 degrees, is it not? This is 180. So in second quadrant, the angles will be less than 180. So let this be let the terminal ray is making an angle 180 minus theta. Let this point be P. From the point P, draw a perpendicular. Let this be M. The distance from here to here is minus x. The distance from here to here, that is the length of PM is y. And this length of OP is 1. This is hypotenuse, is it not? We have drawn a unit circle of radius 1. So this is of length 1. Hypotenuse is 1. This is 90 degrees. The only thing we doesn't have in this triangle is this angle. So we have to find this angle. You can use properties of the triangle to get this angle, or simply you can also use that this angle is 180 degrees, is it not? So when you add these three angles, the sum of these three angles should be 180. So this is 90 degrees, this is 180 minus theta. You can find this angle also. Using this method also, you can get the angle here. The same angle will be here also. So let us calculate the angle here. That is, one is 180 minus theta. One angle is 180 minus theta and one angle is 90 degrees. It's not plus 90. This angle we doesn't know. Let us take it as phi. Okay, let this angle be phi. So this be phi equal to 180. Okay, I'm just trying to find this angle because the same angle will be here also. You can use this method, or simply by using properties of triangle also, it means the same method. You will get the same result, is it not? If you use properties of the triangle, this is 180 minus theta plus 90 plus this angle at B. The meaning is same, the result will be also same. So 180 gets cancelled. So phi will be minus theta and going to RHS, it becomes plus theta, plus 90 and going to RHS, it becomes minus 90. This theta minus 90 can be written as minus of 90 minus theta. So the angle here it is minus of 90 minus theta. Let us write down here, this is minus of 90 minus theta. The same angle will be here also, minus of 90 minus theta. We got three angles and length of three sides. Then we can easily find the trigonometric ratios using this triangle, is it not? Now let us first draw the rough diagram of this triangle and get the trigonometric ratios. At 180 minus theta, the triangle we got as, this is OMP. Angle at O is 180 minus theta, angle at M is 90 and angle at P is minus of 90 minus theta. The distance of OP from this triangle is, the distance of OP is 1, the distance of OM is OM is this which is nothing but minus x. The distance of the length of PM is y. So this is y. Now let us calculate the sine and cos first. First at 180 minus theta and minus of 90 minus theta. When we get sine value, we can sine and cos value, we can easily do remaining trigonometric functions. Is it not? So first let us calculate at sine 180 minus theta. Sine 180 minus theta will be sine 180 minus theta is nothing but that the length of the side which is opposite to this angle 180 minus theta is y. So this is equal to y opposite side by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 1. So this is equal to y. Cos of 180 minus theta. Cos of 180 minus theta means it is the adjacent side to angle 180 minus theta is nothing but minus x. So minus x by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 1. So we got cos of 180 minus theta as minus x. So we got sine of 180 minus theta as y and cos of 180 minus theta as minus x. Now let us calculate the sine and cos values at this angle minus of 90 minus theta. So sine of minus 90 minus theta equal to the opposite side which is opposite side to this angle is OM which is nothing but minus x. So minus x by hypotenuse is 1. So this is equal to minus x. This sine of minus 90 plus theta can be written as this. If you take this whole angle as theta, then it is nothing but sine of minus theta. Is it not? Just now we have done sine of minus theta will be minus sine theta. Just now we have calculated. So using this becomes sine of 90 minus theta minus sine of 90 minus theta is equal to minus x. Minus minus cancels. So you will get sine of 90 minus theta is equal to x. So the x is nothing but sine of 90 minus theta. We have calculated, is it not? Just now we have calculated that sine of 90 minus theta is here 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta means sine changes to cos. So it will be cos. And 90 minus theta means it is first quadrant, so it will be positive. So cos theta equal to x. So at angle 90 minus theta, we got cos theta is equal to x. This is the value we got for x, is it not? So at minus of 90 minus theta, we got cos theta is equal to x. Now let us calculate cos of minus 90 minus theta. Cos of minus 90 minus theta is nothing but adjacent side. Adjacent side is y. Is it not? Adjacent side to this angle is y and the hypotenuse is 1. So adjacent side by 1. Cos theta is nothing but adjacent side by hypotenuse. So cos of this angle will be adjacent side to this is y by hypotenuse. This is equal to y. Just now we have done, is it not? Cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. Just now we have calculated, is it not? So here cos of minus of this whole angle, if you take this whole angle as theta, this becomes cos theta. So this is nothing but cos 90 minus theta equal to y. Cos of 90 minus theta. So 90 minus theta means it is in the first quadrant. First of all, we have to change the trigonometric ratios because it is a multiple of 90. 1 into 90, odd into 90. So cos changes to sine and 90 minus theta will be in the first quadrant. So it will be positive. All trigonometric ratios in this first quadrant are positive, is it not? So sine will be positive. So it will be sine theta is equal to y. So at 90 minus theta, we got sine theta is equal to y. Okay. So at 90 minus theta, we got sine theta is equal to y. So we got x value as cos at angle minus of 90 minus theta. We got x value as cos theta and y value as sin theta. Just substitute them here. Sin 180 minus theta is we got as y. So sin 180 minus theta is equal to y means this y is nothing but sin theta. So write down here sin theta. Then this is equal to cos 180 minus theta, we got it as minus x. So minus x is nothing but cos theta. So substitute here. So this becomes cos theta. So we got sin 180 minus theta as sin theta and cos 180 minus theta as minus cos theta. This 180 minus theta is in the second quadrant. In second quadrant means sine and cosecant will be positive, remaining all trigonometric ratios will be negative. So we got here sin theta as positive, cos theta as negative. When sin theta is positive means cosecant theta will be also positive. It is clear. So we got the values correct. Okay. So we got sine of 180 minus theta, cos 180 minus theta. Using these two we can easily write remaining trigonometric ratios. Is it not? Now let us write them now. So tan 180 minus theta. Tan 180 minus theta is nothing but sin 180 minus theta by cos 180 minus theta. This is sin theta by minus cos theta. We will get minus tan theta. Is it not? Sin by cos is nothing but tan theta. So we will get minus tan theta. Next, cot of 180 minus theta. Cot of 180 minus theta means it is the reciprocal of tan theta. So here it is negative sign. So we will get cot 180 minus theta as minus 1 by tan theta is nothing but cot theta. You can also study from these sin and cos values. That is cot 180 minus theta is nothing but cos 180 minus theta by sin 180 minus theta. That is minus cos theta by sin theta. We will get minus cot theta. Okay. Now cosecant theta. Cosecant 180 minus theta at an angle 180 minus theta is nothing but the reciprocal of sin theta. So 1 by sin of 180 minus theta. 1 by sin of 180 minus theta means it is 1 by sin theta. 1 by sin theta means it is cosecant theta. Next, secant 180 minus theta. Secant 180 minus theta means it is 1 by cos 180 minus theta. 1 by cos 180 minus theta means it is 1 by minus cos theta. So this is equal to minus secant theta. So at 180 minus theta, at an angle 180 minus theta, sine and cosecant will be positive, remaining all trigonometric ratios will be negative, and if you observe, there is no change in the trigonometric ratios. Sine remained as sine, cos remained as cos, tan remained as tan, cot remained as cot, cosecant remained as cosecant, secant remained as secant. There is no change in the trigonometric ratios. Only there is a change in the sign depending on the angle in which quadrant it is. It is in second quadrant, so the sine and cosecant should be positive. So we got sine as positive and the cosecant as positive. Remaining trigonometric ratios are negative. Okay. Now let us study the trigonometric ratios at angle 180 plus theta. That is, let us study at angle 180 plus theta. 180 plus theta means the angle will be in the third quadrant, because it will be more than 180 and less than 270. So it will be in the third quadrant. Third quadrant means, suppose this is the terminal ray. Suppose the terminal ray is making an angle like this. Let this angle be 180 plus theta. Suppose the terminal ray is making an angle of 180 plus theta. Now draw a perpendicular from here to here. Let this point be Q. This angle is 180 minus theta. Okay, this distance of the triangle, this distance of OM is minus x as usual, because x is negative. Is it not? The distance of QM will be, y is negative, so it will be minus y, and the hypotenuse length will be 1. The length of hypotenuse will be 1. We got three sides of the triangle. This is 90 degrees. Now we need this angle. If you want this angle means, this angle is similar to this angle, is it not? Now let us calculate this angle. The complete angle of this will be, when the terminal ray is rotating up to here, means the complete angle will be 270 degrees, is it not? So here 180 degrees plus 180 plus, this is 180 plus theta plus this angle we have to find. Let us take it as phi equal to 270. So this will be 360 plus theta plus phi equal to 270. So phi is equal to 270. This plus theta becomes minus theta. 360 plus 360 on going to RHS, which becomes minus 360. So this is equal to minus 90 minus theta. We can take minus common. So this becomes minus of 90 plus theta. So the angle here will be minus of 90 plus theta. So if this is minus of 90 plus theta, this angle will be minus of 90 plus theta. We got three angles, we got the length of three sides, then we can easily calculate the trigonometric ratios as we done for 180 minus theta. Similarly, we have to do for 180 plus theta also. Let us first draw the rough diagram of this triangle. So this triangle is nothing but, we got the triangle as, if this is O, this is hypotenuse, is it not? So this is O and this is Q, this is M. So the distance of OM is minus X, the distance of QM is minus Y, hypotenuse is 1, this angle is 180 plus theta, the angle at origin at O is 180 plus theta, is it not? So 180 plus theta, this angle is 90 degrees and this angle is minus of 90 plus theta. We got the three angles. Now using this triangle, let us calculate the trigonometric ratios at 180 plus theta. As usual, first let us do for sine and cos. So sine 180 plus theta is nothing but sine 180 plus theta. That means the length of the side which is opposite to this angle is minus y. So minus y by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is 1. So this is 1. So this is equal to minus y. We got sine 180 plus theta as minus y. Next, cos 180 plus theta. Cos 180 plus theta means adjacent side by hypotenuse. What is the adjacent side to this angle? It is minus x. Minus x by hypotenuse is 1. So this is equal to minus x. We got at 180 plus theta, sine of 180 plus theta as minus y, cos of 180 plus theta as minus x. We need to get the values of y and x, is it not? So let us use this angle, that is at minus 90 plus theta. Sine 90 plus theta is nothing but sine of minus 90 plus theta is nothing but opposite side to this angle is minus x. So this is equal to minus x by hypotenuse is 1. So this is equal to minus x. Sine minus of just now we have learnt, is it not? Sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. So this is equal to minus of, if we take whole 90 plus theta as theta, then this becomes minus sine 90 plus theta equal to minus x. Minus minus cancels. So this sine 90 plus theta can be written as it is odd multiple into 90, sine changes to cos. So just write down cos theta, and this 90 plus theta will be in the second quadrant, is it not? Here 90 minus theta, here 90 plus theta. So it will be in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, sine and cosecant will be positive. So this will be positive. So we will get cos theta is equal to x. So at this angle, using if we calculate the sine of minus 90 plus theta, we got x value as cos theta. Now let us do with cos of minus 90 plus theta and get the value of y. So we got cos theta is equal to x, is it not? So we got cos theta is equal to x. Now let us calculate cos of minus 90 plus theta, which is nothing but adjacent side to this minus of 90 plus theta. Adjacent side to this angle is minus y. So this becomes minus y by hypotenuse. This is 1. So this is equal to minus y. Now cos of minus theta is cos theta. So write down cos 90 plus theta. That is, if we take this whole angle 90 plus theta as angle theta, then we learned that cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta, is it not? So this becomes cos of 90 plus theta is equal to minus y. This is odd multiple into 90, is it not? So cos changes to sine. So sine theta, this 90 plus theta will be in the second quadrant. Second quadrant means sine and cosecant will be negative. Positive, sorry. Sine and cosecant will be positive and remaining all will be negative. So this will be negative. Minus sine theta is equal to minus y. So minus cancels. We will get sine theta is equal to y. So if we calculate cos of minus of 90 plus theta, we got sine theta is equal to y. Y value as sine theta. So we got sine theta is equal to y. We got cos theta is equal to x, sine theta is equal to y. Now let us substitute these x and y values here. Sine 180 plus theta is equal to minus y. So this is equal to minus, what is the y we got, which is sine theta, minus sine theta. Next, cos 180 plus theta is x. X is nothing but cos theta. We got the value x as cos theta. So this is equal to minus cos theta. If you substitute, we will get cos 180 plus theta is equal to minus cos theta. So sine 180 plus theta will be minus sine theta. Cos 180 plus theta is equal to minus cos theta. We got these two values. Then we can easily calculate remaining trigonometry ratios at angle 180 plus theta. Is it not? So tan 180 plus theta is equal to, which is nothing but sine theta by cos theta. Sine of 180 plus theta by cos of 180 plus theta. This is minus sine theta by minus cos theta. Both numerator and denominator are negative. So we will get a positive value, and this is nothing but sine by cos is nothing but tan theta. So tan 180 plus theta is tan theta. Next, cot 180 plus theta. Cot 180 plus theta is nothing but cos 180 plus theta by sin 180 plus theta. So minus cos theta by minus sin theta, we will get cot theta. Numerator is negative and denominator is negative, and cos by sin is nothing but cot theta. So we will get cot theta. Next, cosecant of 180 plus theta. Cosecant of 180 plus theta is reciprocal of sin 180 plus theta. 1 by sin 180 plus theta. 1 by sin 180 plus theta is nothing but 1 by minus sin theta. So we will get minus cosecant theta. Secant 180 plus theta. Secant 180 plus theta is nothing but 1 by cos 180 plus theta. 1 by cos 180 plus theta is nothing but 1 by minus cos theta. So we will get minus secant theta. So at 180 plus theta, if you observe, the 180 plus theta is in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, tan and cot will be positive. Remaining all trigonometric ratios will be negative. We got the same. At 180 plus theta, we got remaining all the negative trigonometric ratios are negative except cot and tan and cot. It's not. Tan is positive, cot is positive. Except these two, remaining all are negative. And if you observe, the trigonometric ratios at 180 plus theta does not change. Here sine, here cos, tan, cot, cosecant, secant, secant. There is no change in the trigonometric ratios at 180 plus theta. Only there is a change in the signs. That is, depending on, as this angle will be in the third quadrant, there is a tan and positive are positive and remaining trigonometric ratios are negative. Okay. Now 180 plus theta, 180 minus theta and 180 plus theta in radians can be written as pi minus theta, pi plus theta. This 180 can be written as 2 into 90, is it not? So, if you take any angle which is even number into 90 minus theta or even number into 90 plus theta, there will be no change in the trigonometric ratios. The trigonometric ratios remains the same, only depending on the in which quadrant the angle it is, there will be change in the signs. Okay, depending on the angle in which quadrant it is, there will be change in the sign, but the trigonometric ratios remains the same. For example, if you take 360 minus theta, 360 can be written as 4 into 90 minus theta. So if you take any angle, suppose let us take secant of 4 into 90 minus theta, that is secant theta of 360 minus theta will be, okay, this will be secant of 4 into 90 minus theta is nothing but, here it is even, is it not? So there will be no change in the trigonometric ratios. So we have to write the secant theta only. And this next we have to observe in which quadrant this angle will be. That is 360 minus theta means it will be in the fourth quadrant, is it not? Here cos and secant will be positive. So this value will be positive. Now let us take another example. Suppose we have to calculate tan of 3 pi plus theta. So this can be written as tan of 6 into pi by 2, is it not? So we'll get 3 pi plus theta. Here the number is even into 90. So even into 90 means this becomes pi, 90 in radians we can write it as pi by 2, is it not? So 6 into pi by 2. Here the number is even, so there will be no change in the trigonometric ratio. So we have to write the trigonometric ratio same. So this has the angle, here it is theta, write down here theta. Now to get the sign here, just observe where this 3 pi plus theta will be, in which quadrant. Here it will be 3 pi plus theta means it will be in the third quadrant. Third quadrant, tan and cot will be positive. So we will get tan 3 pi plus theta as positive only, tan theta. So in this way, if you see an angle such that it can be expressed as an even number into 90 plus or minus theta, simply write down the same trigonometric ratio, and depending on the angle in which quadrant it is, just keep the sign. Okay. Now using this logic, let us write the angles, trigonometric ratios at angle 360 plus theta and 360 minus theta without without using this unit circle. Without using this unit circle, studying this unit circle, let us write down the values directly. At angle 360 minus theta, 360 minus theta means this can be written as 4 into 90 minus theta. So this is even. So sine of, first write down the angle, sine of 360 minus theta, cos of 360 minus theta, tan of 360 minus theta, cot of 360 minus theta, cosecant of 360 minus theta, secant of 360 minus theta. Just keep the equal to sign. As this 360 can be expressed as an even number into 90, there will be no change in the trigonometric ratios. So write down the trigonometric ratios same as we have written here. So here it is sine. So this will be also sine Angle here it is theta. So this is theta. This will be cos theta. This will be tan theta. This will be cot theta. This will be cosecant theta. This will be secant theta. Now, we have to observe in which quadrant this 360 minus theta will be. 360 minus theta will be in the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, cos and secant will be positive, remaining all trigonometric ratios are negative. So, keep negative sign except cos and secant. So, here it will be minus, 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 minus. Keep a minus sign. So, except cos and cos of 360 minus theta and secant of 360 minus theta, remaining trigonometric ratios are negative, and the trigonometric ratios remains the same. Okay. Now let us write at 360 plus theta. 360 plus theta means this can also be expressed as 4 into 90 plus theta. So let us write down the trigonometric ratios at this angle. Sine of 360 plus theta, cos of 360 plus theta, tan of 360 plus theta, cot of 360 plus theta, cosecant of 360 plus theta, secant of 360 plus theta. Keep the equal to sign. As we learned, here if you see a even number into 90 plus theta, the trigonometric ratios remains the same. So simply write down the trigonometric ratios, that is sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta. The trigonometric ratios will not change. So we have to write the trigonometric ratios as same as here. So this will be cosecant theta. This will be secant theta. Now secant plus the 360 plus theta means it will be in the first quadrant. In first quadrant all are positive. So all will be positive. We should not keep any negative sign. So in 360 plus theta, trigonometric ratios remains the same and all are positive. Let us see some examples of solving sums which involve this concept. Okay, let us take one example and study how to solve using this concept. Suppose we have to find cosecant of, this is an example. Okay, suppose we have to find cosecant of 330. We have to find the value of cosecant of 330. So if you want to find this cosecant of 330, first we have to check how we can express this 330. We can express this 330 as 270 cosecant of 270 plus 60, is it not? Also the same thing we can express it as cosecant of 360 minus 30. Is it not? We can either express like this or like this. This is nothing but cosecant of odd multiple. 270 is an odd multiple. Is it not? We have just learned. So 270 can be expressed as 3 into 90 plus 60. This can be expressed as cosecant of even. Is it not? So this is 4 into 90 minus 30. This cosecant 330 can be expressed like this. You can solve like this or solve like this. Using 270 plus 30 or 360 minus 30, you will get the same result. Here it is even, it is an odd multiple, is it not? So it is an odd multiple means cosecant changes to secant. It is clear. So next it is here the theta value 60. So write down here 60. Next we have to check in which quadrant it will be. 270 plus theta 60 means it will be here in the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, except cos and secant, remaining all are negative. So we have to keep a minus sign. Is it not? So this is equal to, similarly this can be expressed as cosecant, as it is an even multiple, we have to write down the same trigonometric ratio. So this will be cosecant of, what is the value here, angle theta? It is 30. So 360 minus 30 means it will be in the fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, cos and secant are positive, remaining all are negative. So this we have to keep a minus sign. So you can solve the same cosecant 330 either this manner by expressing as a odd multiple plus theta or even multiple plus even multiple minus theta. Either any of these methods can be used to solve this problem, to solve this sum. The result will be same. If you express cosecant 330 as a odd multiple into 90 plus theta, that is, if you express this and solve, if you solve, you will get minus secant 60. So minus secant 60 is nothing but minus secant 60 is nothing but 2, is it not? So this will be minus 2. If you express the same cosecant 330 as a even number into 90 minus theta, we got minus cosecant 30, is it not? So the value here will be minus cosecant 30. Cosecant 30 is nothing but 2, so this will be minus 2. You will get the same value. You can express the same angle either as an odd multiple into 90 plus theta or even multiple plus or minus into theta or even multiple plus or minus theta. You will get the same result at that angle, okay, depending upon the angle, in which quadrant the angle it is, okay. In this way you can calculate trigonometric ratio of any angle by expressing that angle into even into 90 plus or minus theta or odd into plus or minus theta, okay. Hope you have understood trigonometric ratios of aligned angles in this video. In the next upcoming video, let us study about the trigonometric ratios of compound angles. Please like, share and subscribe Shardamax Learn Concepts of Mathematics for more videos on more concepts. Thank you.